the amazing Kreskin. Good to see you, bro. How are you? You got a great tie, but you got a box. I don't know what to ask you about first.
The tie is because of something that happened on the Tonight Show a few weeks ago with an actor, Siegel is his name, and I did something regarding reading his thoughts in it. And it's a...
Who, Jason Siegel? You read his thoughts?
Yeah, and the thing that was interesting is they don't usually do this. It's the first... They repeated the show 3 weeks later because they had... It isn't what I read, but he said, Kreskin, I've watched you all my life. This really works. It wasn't prearranged. So something had to do with cards. But the other thing is, who would have dreamt, George, and you've known me, you followed my career, that a movie would come about, that someone like Tom Hanks would come along. And you know, I got to tell you, when I was with him last...
There's a movie being made that's inspired by your life, right?
Yeah, and you know, I couldn't talk to you about it because there was a seal on when I would explain it, but can you imagine, folks, everybody's asking me this in the business. A year and a half ago, they gave me the script, and I go in another room, I come back 20 minutes later. They said, you got to read it. I said, no, I read it. There are, and it's going to become a contest. There are almost 40 items in the movie that relate exactly to me. The guy who wrote it worked for me as a road manager in '94. But this is what's crazy: Colin Hanks plays a road manager of Buck Howard. Actually, he's playing the guy who wrote the movie, Sean McKinley, who plays Colin Hanks' father. But Tom Hanks, his real father. But you know who steals? All the reviewers around the world have said who steals the movie is John Malkovich, who plays me. And they told me, when at the opening, Malkovich was saying, Tom Hanks kept saying, Kreskin, these first few days were madness. He's watching all these movies with me, John Malkovich, and then for 3 days, he's practicing shaking hands with 30 people the way I do, like this.
Yeah, it's like...
And Regis...
I get a massage after you're on the show. It's like, mother, you know?
And Regis, who's in the movie, because he's one of the people I worked with, he says, being around Kreskin is the dream of every chiropractor. I don't hurt people. Isn't it? But you know...
Kreskin, what's in the box?
This is something dealing with a test we're going to do, and we're going to use the table later in the next segment. I'm going to project something.
I like when you do tricks, because it
This
weirds
is the
me
test.
out.
I'm going to project something in your mind.
Oh, good. As long as you're not taking anything out. You put whatever you want in my mind.
By the way, reading his mind, folks, is a religious awakening. I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
You know, the last time you were here, you did a really cool thing where you had people like frozen and kind of fall down. And you'd whispered to me, you said, it's power of suggestion and that you wouldn't have been able to do that 10 years ago. And I wondered about that, like, power of suggestion. We sort of talked about it off the top of the show. Can you... Like, how much can you get into somebody's head and get them to do something?
If it's, you know, George, if it's something against their emotional or moral beliefs, you could not do something. You couldn't trick them. Now, in the movie, by the way, talking about influencing people, there's and that's not ruining the movie, there's a dramatic scene where a few hundred people are paralyzed on the floor, and I really did it. But I've never told this story. This is the first time on the air. When I was about 16 years old, I had a show in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and a 2-hour show. And I had some people on the stage. And in those days, they talked about hypnotism. I thought there was a trance. There's really no trance. But I had some people on stage, 700 in the audience. This is a very unsettling thing I'm going to tell you because I don't understand it. And so I have these 12 people, and they're slumbering over it. And I'm maybe having them doing a few silly things. The audience isn't laughing. And I turned, and my family was there. And they were aghast. Of the 789 people, except for 4 people, they'd all slumped over, the entire audience. The odds of this, you could read all the technical books, and I don't know, George, how it happened. It shakes me up because it's not that it scares me, but
can you practice it? Like, it's what I wonder.
No.
How do you develop a skill?
To go that far. There's a song when I was and I just heard it the other day, a Cuban singer in New York. She had me at the opening because I did some shows with her on television. And it's from Snow White called A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. Remember that song, folks? A dream is a wish your heart makes. My dreams, George, all my dreams have come true. I believe in them. I'm not a fantasy, I love fantasy, but my dreams, I sat with teachers in grade school and said, I'm going to have my check hidden. And I was in 12 years old in 7th grade. Where am I checking? If I don't find, I'm not going to get paid. Well, I didn't know that my teachers, one of them especially when I left high school, when I left grade school, wrote letters to all my professors in university and in high school, said, we don't understand his ability, but you must support it. Is that not a wonderful thing for a teacher to go?
Well, teachers, it's the most important job in the world.
Yes, and it's a difficult job because, you know, education comes from the word educo, meaning bringing out something. Don't ever, listen, don't have your parents writing at the school saying, well, this is not a good teacher, this is a lousy teacher. Life doesn't always have things the way you want it. You make the most, and I've had poor teachers and learned from them as well. We can learn. You got to understand about life. You can only meet someone for the first time once in your life. You can never do it twice. How you touch them, those first thing, will linger in their mind for the rest of time. I'm sorry.
No, I like that. No, I like that. Yeah. I want to come back and pick that up.
And now I got something dramatic to show.
Well, yes, it's called a commercial. And then when we come back from the commercial, there's a box over here, and you want to play some tricks on the audience?
You should have involved you, and the audience has contributed. I can't tell you the story. It's the audience that set this up. You're in trouble.
Bastards the law. More with Kreskin in a couple of minutes.
This time, George, listen to me. Every time, every single thing you've done, we've eliminated it. No, this time, I want you to touch an item and just put your hand on it.
Just touch on the
put your hand on it.
The amazing Kreskin is here. We have a table.
George, yeah. Real quick, you asked me something. What if something fails?
Yeah, but I was wondering.
I had a crazy experience.
Well, what if this doesn't work right now? Are you going to be like worried?
No, we'll go on top of the building. I won't do this live. Like, I want the camera there, and as I jump, get it on. No. Hey, you know, I now know Carol Burnett, but one time I was on a show, and we were going to do his name was Mike Douglas. Real quick, he said, we want you to meet someone, and they didn't have split cameras, and I pick up the phone, and you were on TV. Turns out it's Carol Burnett. She's in California. I said, you know, Carol, let me try something with you. Would you think of something? And I wrote something on a board, and Mike held it against him. And I said, what are you thinking of? Look at the tapes of this. She said, I'm in my agent's office. I'm not at home. I'm looking at a tree. And I went, total failure. I said, Mike, I failed. And Mike said, yeah, Kreskin wrote down a bronze statue, and she screamed. She always she was in the agent's office holding a bronze statue while she was talking to me on the phone.
By the way,
3,000 miles away.
By the way, we're going to verify that, sir, because Carol Burnett's going to be on the air in a couple of weeks. So she's going to be here.
We're going to talk about what a script. Listen.
Oh, we're playing that back, buddy. We're playing that.
By the way, I'm going to tell you something which I don't often talk about. If you sometime ever watch, get to see the show again or what have you, I said a certain remark about thoughts, and I touched George on the shoulder. I've programmed you for what's going to happen in a matter of 3 seconds. No. George,
pretty sure that's a violation, buddy. Pretty sure
George,
that's a crime. Yeah,
let's take these out of here.
All right, so these
I want a lot of items.
Okay.
We gathered more. Put them out. Put them all. Just put them out. They should all be different. Right. I don't want anything to. Okay. That's a purse, so it's different from a wallet.
Is that a purse, ladies?
Yeah. I want you to take them out.
I got keys
as much as you can. We'll just take them all over the place. Now, this is great because, oh, jeez. Oh, my God.
We got keys and keys. Is that okay?
No. We got to get rid of one. Got to get rid of them.
London Knights. They're going over here.
Okay. Now, you know what, George?
Yep.
Let's take these out. And all I want to do. What's that?
Wait a minute.
More than one?
Yeah. All right. So
all right. And a coin. We had a coin here. And
what's the SPF on this?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
George, let's do this.
Right.
Can we want to keep this as space here. We'll set this aside. Can we separate these so that they're apart from each other?
Okay.
Maybe we'll put them in a line. Put a line side by side. Just put them. Right. Bring them up here, side by side. Okay. One line here.
All right.
Even have to arc it out.
Can we move that?
We'll just move this here. Okay. I don't want this box. By the way, has 2 items in it. That's all I'm going to say.
No,
Let's put these over here.
Okay. All right, put it there.
Yeah, that's fine. Now look.
I'm feeling
folks,
weird.
No.
Is it something
I like this.
All right.
No, something. Is this 2 of them? No, we got 2 of these. Let's get rid of this.
Okay.
Get rid of this over here.
No one wants that ring anyway.
No. George, let me know. Because we have a variety of items here.
Right.
I would like you. No, we got more than one. I don't want more than one ring. Would you tap each of these items? Forget about this and count how many you have here. I want the viewers to see. Just tap each one with your hand.
Like the ones in the line.
Yeah. 1,
So 1,
2. Out loud.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Well, no,
4.
this is the same thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
That's right.
1, 2.
No, that's part of the same.
Oh,
That's part of Oh, he's
There are
right.
2 things.
Oh, my God.
You're some of my brain. Okay.
Some
Right.
mentalist.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
George, 16.
16, 17, 18.
George, stand here.
Yeah.
And I want you to trust. I just want you to close your eyes. And then please, don't. This is one time I ask you not to say anything. I'm telling you right now. I'm just walking in a circle around you right here. George, do me a favor. Open your eyes. Would you decide on? Just name it out. Either the word odd or even. I don't care. Odd or even, whichever. Just say it out loud. Whichever one. Odd. All right. Let's push the odd ones slightly forward. Would you do it for me?
Okay.
This is 1.
There's
1,
1, 3, 5.
Slowly do it.
7.
Go ahead. Keep going.
9.
That's all right.
11, 13. All right,
there.
that's 13.
Yeah.
All right, then that's 13. 15.
Right next to it. They got to be right next to it.
And
Because
then
this is a lot of items.
17. Okay, that's good.
All right, let's get rid of the even ones down here. Can we get rid of these right here?
these are all
Out of the
even.
way, folks. No, that's one.
That's
That's
odd. Okay, that's even.
That's right. That's right.
That's even, right?
That's right. I put it. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You-
okay.
Okay. Now look, folks. I don't know how many are there. And George,
Yep.
you had one way of sweeping things away by naming odd or even. I want you to start at either row and hold your hand over the end of the row without touching the object. Start at either row. And slowly, like this, move your hand sideways and bring your hand between any 2 items. I don't care what the items are, just move us along. Now, I'm not telling him where to stop. You just decide what 2 items you want to put your hand. Just put any 2 items you want. Don't put your hand down, if you will. All right. Now, George, I told him I wanted to sweep something. All he did was this, in a sense, that you can take your hand back. This is only 2 items. I mean, he could have gone the whole row here. Now, look at this. We have all this here.
Right.
I would like you, George.
Yeah.
And folks, each time he's eliminated items, I want you now just to tap an item on the table. And this time when you tap it, I have a reason why, because I got 2 objects in the box.
Right.
Tap an item on the table, just tap one. And put it over the discard pile right here.
Yep.
Now with your other hand,
Yep.
this time I want you to tap an item and just pick it up when you tap the item. Pick it up this time.
Pick it up when I tap
This
it.
time you're not going to take it. Just all right, put it over here. Now look at what we have here. We got these 6 items. Folks, you're not going to believe this. This time, George, listen to me. Every time, every single thing you've done, we've eliminated it. No, this time, I want you to touch an item and just put your hand on it.
Just touch on the
Put your hand on it. This time, I want you to put your hand on it. Put your other hand on another item. Would you hand me one of the items, please? Look at how he's eliminated. Now, George, can I ask you something? Do you want to put your hand, if you didn't put your hand on that item, what would you put your other hand on? I'm just curious. But you chose that one.
Yeah.
Not that you don't want this one, you chose that one, right? So, all right, all right. Then we'll separate that. Right. Then let's take that. It's one of the items and put it here. It's his decision.
Okay.
Now, George.
Yep.
Put your hand, and there could have been 70-some items here. Put both your hands on top of different items, both your hands. And put them over here, please, if you will. This is remarkable, because when I touched his shoulder, I telegraphed a couple of concepts. There are 2 items here, the wallet and the watch. There are 2 items in this box, and I sat in the dressing room and thought about the second item. There's a wallet and a watch. George, would you tell us what is in this box? What is in the box right now? It's a wallet, right?
It's a wallet.
Just a wallet right there.
Right.
Yeah, that's all right. No. But George,
Yes.
a wallet. I made a decision. Would you take the note out? Because when I just take the note out, I want you to read what
can't get the other side of the money.
No, I don't want them. Read what the note says, please, out loud.
It says, along with the wallet, the other item will be the watch.
Isn't that wild, folks? And you almost took the ring.
I almost took the ring.
Almost took the ring.
That's my ring. How did you get my ring?
George, when I touched your shoulder, and you can look at the tape, I said something about thought. I thought instantly 3 times, watch, wallet, watch, wallet, watch, wallet. There could have been 70 items down. He would have come to those 2 items.
You think Chris Angel could have pulled this off?
It would have been trickery.
It would have been trickery. Nice to see you. You made him Kreskin and Blake. Hey, he's got a brand new book called Kreskin Confidential. That's the book right there. The amazing Kreskin. We'll be right back.